any idea why the Big Meech concert is canceled?
50 said don't ask him about it. He wish everybody the best. He has nothing to do with it. He was the first one to post that quick.
50 Cent just dropped a bombshell. He finally spilled the truth about how much cash he had to cough up to shut down Big Meech's highly anticipated tour. And trust me, the price tag is so insane, it'll leave you speechless. For months, 50 kept things low-key, letting the whispers and speculation run wild. But now, we're getting the raw numbers straight from the source. And not only is the amount mind-blowing, but the reason behind it might just shock you even more. Let's rewind to the concert that never was. Big Meech's Welcome Back concert was supposed to be the ultimate celebration, marking his return after serving a 15-year sentence. The event was locked in for February 13th, 2025, at the Emirates Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. And it was about to be a historic moment for hip-hop. The lineup, absolutely stacked. Lil Baby, Rick Ross, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Kodak Black, Moneybagg Yo, and Boozy, all set to hit the stage for what could have been one of the biggest nights in rap history.
Huge criminal enterprise stretching from Atlanta to Detroit and several other states. The story of Big Meech, who headed up the Black Mafia family, is also the source of a popular TV show that has been filmed right here in Atlanta. And this week, after serving nearly 20 years in prison for racketeering, dealing, and running a criminal enterprise, he is out of prison.
This was more than just a concert. It was a statement, a reunion, a victory lap for Meech. But as we all know now, it never happened. And 50 Cent made sure of that. Just hours before the Welcome Back concert was set to light up the stage, everything crumbled. The Emirates Bank Arena abruptly pulled the plug, announcing the cancellation on social media, blaming it on unforeseen circumstances. But let's be real. Those unforeseen circumstances had the internet in a frenzy.
The time has come. Meech on. February 13th. Get your tickets right now. It's going down. We know Florida gonna be there. Miami gonna be there. The legend himself gonna be in the building, making history. Meech, who else coming?
The whole nation. Detroit, St. Louis, California, everybody. Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, stand up.
Woo. We gonna make history. Get your tickets right now. Y'all better.
Fans were hyped for what was supposed to be one of the biggest nights in hip-hop, and the buzz around the event had already made waves. But with everything collapsing at the last second, one question was on everyone's mind. What really went down behind the scenes? Now, here's where it gets messy. 50 Cent came through throwing major shade, claiming that Lil Baby was one of the reasons things fell apart. According to 50, Lil Baby pulled up in a Ferrari truck, pockets loaded with cash, but didn't contribute a single dime to the concert. And just to back it up, Tony Yayo pulled out the receipts on that situation. And then 50 had to ask the real question. Lil Baby was 5 when you got indicted. WTF, he owe you.
Me and Murder sitting in the backyard and you like, yo, Little Baby ain't give me no money. He came in the Ferrari truck. He had the Ferrari truck. He had 4 pockets full. I'm looking at this like, yo, this nigga tripping. Like, Little Baby he's not obligated to give you nothing. I looked at it like, from that point, maybe 50 should have brung a bag for Meech and maybe a watch or something. Because obviously that's what Ross did or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I had in mind. Because he said it to me and Murder, and I'm sitting there analyzing it like, damn, he wanted some bread, or maybe he spent all the bread because he made a couple of million with 5. My whole thing is, maybe the relationship would be good as if you save some money for your pops.
But wait, it gets even wilder. Boozy was another one caught up in this disaster. Word on the street is he dropped over $10,000 getting ready for the show, only for it to fall apart with no explanation. And now, 50 is hinting that there were even more no-shows that haven't been exposed yet. Something shady went down behind the scenes, and the truth is just starting to come out. 50 Cent wasted no time stirring the pot. He dropped a post straight up questioning the entire situation. Y'all gonna be disappointed if Lil Baby don't show up. When Skilla Baby don't show up, when I swear Vazo don't show up. Like, come on. Is the whole thing just falling apart? Or what? And let's be real, it was falling apart, but here's where things get even messier. Now, people are starting to side-eye Big Meech and ask, was he expecting these artists to perform for free? Remember when Sexy Red tweeted, "We at a welcome home party and I'm trying to perform for DeFrisky"? It sounded like she was cool with hopping on stage without a paycheck. But was Meech banking on that from everyone?
I was club to club, strip club to strip club, trying to make me some money.
Right, because you spent money getting out there.
Yeah, I spent money getting hotels. I brought me, my Tootie, my family, so.
How many people did you fly out there?
We drove.
Oh, you drove?
Well, they drove.
Okay.
I flew. Probably about 12 people drove in 3 cars.
Meaning you had what?
Tootie got his own Airbnb. I had to get hotels.
Right.
Clothes.
Right. So you're probably at least 10,000 in.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Gas for the cars back.
All that.
You know.
Okay. And did Meech give you any sort of explanation as to what happened? Because it is still his show.
Nah.
Was the entire show set up under the assumption that artists would show love just because of his legendary status? The internet isn't letting this slide, and the speculation is getting real. Some folks are saying Meech was out here expecting handouts, assuming the industry owed him support just because of his past. No one has confirmed this, but the rumors, they're spreading like wildfire. And of course, all of this played out on social media, turning the cancellation into even bigger drama. So what's the real reason the concert got shut down? Some believe the artists started pulling out because their teams weren't getting paid. And with that many big names on the lineup, it wouldn't take much for everything to crumble overnight. At the center of all this, 50 Cent versus Big Meech. The tension between them is beyond personal now. Not only did 50 laugh at the cancellation, but he seems dead set on destroying Meech's reputation, his credibility, and even his financial standing. This isn't just industry beef anymore, it's full-blown war. The battle between 50 Cent and Big Meech is only getting uglier. And at this point, there's no coming back. Their relationship took a major nosedive after Meech got out of prison last year. But the real explosion? That happened when Meech decided to link up with Rick Ross in January 2025. Yeah, that Rick Ross. The same one who's been beefing with 50 for years. Meech popped up in a video with Rose, hyping up his big comeback concert, and the second that clip hit the internet, 50 was not having it. That was all the ammo he needed, and he went off. 50 wasted no time dragging Meech through the mud. He took to Instagram, throwing major shade, and even called him a rat.
Them rappers I'm quite sure could sell out arenas, the big names. They do Rolling Loud and do all the biggest events. Shout out to all them artists, but sometimes, I don't know, maybe the business wasn't right. Or maybe, you never know. Maybe artists was like, hold on, I want my bag now. Because the artists will say they'll do something for free. But then management look at it like, we not getting paid. Assistants look like, a free show? We not getting paid. So we could think whatever. All them artists could have backed out on their own. Like, that. It is a free show? Nah, that.
Then, just to twist the knife deeper, he posted a picture of a rat with the caption, "I think I'm Big Meech." A direct shot suggesting that Meech might have snitched. And he didn't stop there. 50 brought media personality 1090 Jake into the mix, claiming he had paperwork proving Meech snitched. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, he dragged Tammy Cowens into it too, hinting that she had some dirt on Meech. But Meech, he wasn't about to let that slide. He shut the accusations down real quick, saying, "You already know 50 Cent doesn't do beef halfway." But this time, he took the trolling to a whole new level. Flooding social media with rap memes, shady posts, and even wild edited videos of Meech's face plastered onto snitch jokes, 50 went all in. But what makes this mess even crazier is how it's pulling in other people, even those you wouldn't expect. Case in point, 50's own son, Marquise Jackson. And just to make things even wilder, Marquise didn't just call out Big Meech, he called out Meech's own son. Now, let's talk about Lil Meech. For years, he was just Big Meech's son, staying out of the drama. And for a long time, he had nothing but love for 50. In fact, he was confused about all this beef, wondering where it even came from. But here's where things get complicated. Lil Meech wasn't just cool with 50, he owed him a lot. 50 Cent put him on, period. He saw something in him when nobody else did, paid for his acting classes, gave him a shot at stardom, and before you knew it, Lil Meech, a kid with zero acting experience, became the lead in BMF, one of the hottest shows out. And it worked! Lil Meech stepped out of his father's shadow and made a name for himself. Everything was looking picture perfect. Until Big Meech got out. And just like that, the whole dynamic shifted. Lil Meech started rolling with his pops more, and let's just say, not everyone was thrilled about it. 50 Cent, the man who gave him his big break, expected some loyalty, but instead, Lil Meech linked up with Ross. And that was the ultimate betrayal. And just when you thought 50 Cent couldn't get any pettier, he went all in. After seeing Lil Meech getting closer to his dad and even Floyd Mayweather, 50 decided it was time to air out private messages from Lil Meech himself. And let me tell you, the messages, they were deep. One of them read, "They just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram. Now you managing Skillababy with Rocket when I brought him around you first and you didn't even know who he was. Now you mad at me? Bro, I would take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You acting like I'm your enemy when I've only ever shown you love and loyalty. I'm human. I go through my own stuff, but I never switched up on you. F Ross. But he gave my dad some bread so he could pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet's throwing me off, man. You know me in real life."
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amaran Arena, February 13th.
And 50, being as ruthless as ever, he hit him back with one cold response. "What next season?" Basically, hinting that Big Meech's decisions weren't just affecting himself, but his own son and the entire BMF series too. And if that wasn't enough, 50 took things to another level. He's now painting the entire Meech family as broke and struggling, and the way he's doing it, straight up diabolical. First, he created a GoFundMe to help Big Meech pay his bills, setting the goal at a petty $10,000, a number designed to humiliate. And of course, he didn't keep it low-key. He blasted the link all over Instagram, making sure everybody saw it. This is no longer just internet trolling. 50 is making sure Big Meech and Lil Meech feel every bit of this smoke. 50 Cent's latest stunt? A straight-up masterclass in humiliation. After posting the GoFundMe link, the internet went crazy, racking up over 50,000 likes in no time. Some people were dying laughing, while others started seriously questioning if Big Meech was actually struggling financially. But trust me, that was just the beginning. 50 has been on a full-blown trolling spree, hitting both Big Meech and Lil Meech with a non-stop flood of AI-generated memes, shady posts, and brutal jabs. And the worst part? He's now claiming he had to send Lil Meech to rehab for substance use on the BMF set. Basically, 50 is making it look like Lil Meech was spiraling out of control, and he had to step in and clean up the mess. And if that wasn't enough, 50's now saying he's done more for Lil Meech than anyone else. Translation? He's out here acting like they owe him everything. Let's not forget, the Welcome Back concert was supposed to be Big Meech's big moment. A triumphant return, a celebration of his legacy. But instead, it got shut down before it even started. And of course, 50 wasted zero time clowning the whole situation, making it seem like Meech couldn't even afford to put on his own event. At this point, this isn't just beef. It's a full-scale humiliation campaign. 50 Cent is on a mission to drag Big Meech and Lil Meech's entire image through the mud. Whether there's any truth to these money troubles or not, the hip-hop world is eating this up. If there's one thing 50 Cent thrives on, it's war. From his early days in the industry to now, 50 has built his entire brand on one simple rule. If you cross him, you're done. No mercy, no second chances. And Big Meech and Lil Meech, they're learning that lesson the hard way. 50 isn't just throwing insults. He's going for the jugular. He's been relentlessly dragging Big Meech, accusing him of snitching and flooding the internet with rap memes and AI-generated trolling. But this isn't just about petty internet beef. 50 is hitting them where it actually hurts. The BMF TV series, the show that tells the Black Mafia family's story and brings in major money for the Flanoris, 50 just threatened to pull the plug on it. If he follows through, that's a financial disaster. And Lil Meech, he's not safe either. 50 straight up leaked their private text messages for the world to see, turning this from just another public feud into something deeply personal. But here's the thing, this is 50 Cent's playbook. He's never been the type to just go back and forth with words. He doesn't just fight his enemies, he destroys them. Whatever it takes, street tactics, business moves, media power, he'll use it all. And let's not forget, 50 has always said the business world is worse than the streets. Why? Because it'll rob you without you even realizing it. And the way this is playing out, 50 Cent is proving once again, he plays that game better than anyone. At the end of the day, 50 Cent lives for conflict. It doesn't matter if it's music, TV, or business, he stays ready for war. And once you land on his hit list, it's a wrap. 50 doesn't just go back and forth, he plays for the long run. He's always one step ahead, finding ways to outmaneuver his enemies and keep his name buzzing. And let's be real, nobody has felt 50's wrath quite like Rick Ross, Jay-Z, and Kanye West. Rick Ross? That beef has been nonstop smoke since 2009. 50 didn't just call Ross out, he went straight for the jugular. From exposing his past as a correctional officer to clowning his street credibility, 50 made sure Ross could never escape that stain. And even years later, 50 stays on Ross's neck. Flopped albums, weak concert sales, business moves, nothing is off limits. Ross even tried to wave the white flag for business reasons, but 50, he's never letting up. Jay-Z? That tension has been brewing since day one. From How to Rob to crashing Jay's Screamfest 2007 performance, 50 has never backed down. And Kanye? Well, let's just say he got caught in the crossfire. Let's be real, Jay-Z has never been able to rest easy with 50 Cent lurking. 50 might play it off as friendly competition, but we all know there's way more to it. And somehow, every time Jay's name is brought up, 50 finds a way to insert himself into the conversation. Now, when it comes to Kanye, 50 doesn't attack Ye directly like he does with others, but best believe he knows how to use Ye's mess to his advantage. Whenever there's drama between Kanye and Jay, 50 slides in, never fully picking a side, but always making sure he stays in the mix. And honestly, that's 50's entire strategy. He's a master at turning minor situations into headline-making beefs. Whether it's through relentless trolling, digging up old dirt, or just pulling up to make people uncomfortable, he knows exactly how to keep himself in the center of the conversation. Love him or hate him, one thing's for sure, when 50 starts a war, he never lets it die. Right now, Big Meech and Lil Meech are in his crosshairs, and if history has taught us anything, this is far from over. But what do you think? Does the Meech family have enough gas in the tank to fight back, or is this game already over for them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. We've got more wild stories, drama, and exclusive updates coming your way, so don't miss out. And of course, share this video with your friends. Let's get the conversation going. See you in the next one.